If you thought I had problems, wait until you see this next comic. You guys, give a big round of applause for Emo Phillips.
Joe.
Thank you, Kathy. Probably the hardest thing to happen in anyone's life is when you need to murder a loved one because they're possessed by the devil. But apart from that, it's been a good day. I was out in the bar earlier, moving from stool to stool, hoping to get lucky. But there wasn't gum underneath any of them. I took my car to the service station the other day, and I had a good laugh at the expense of the mechanic, who was desperately trying to squeegee the bird droppings off of my windshield. But I never let on that they were inside the vehicle. My parents said when I was born that they threw away the mold. Well, some of it grew back. When I was a kid, my parents always warned me, Emo, stay away from the cellar door. One day I was playing and I saw that it was open, just a crack, so I went up and I pushed it open and I saw strange things, wonderful things, things I couldn't even dream possible. Things like grass, and trees, and the sun. That was nice, the sun. When I was a kid, my nickname was Mr. Baseball, due to all the stitches in my face. Kids in my neighborhood would know me. They're always calling me names like Blueface or Neo-Calvinist. I chased after them, and I could only get so far before the chain would jerk my neck back. One time I got so fed up with being teased that I beat up the school bully with a baseball bat. Both of his arms were completely broken, which is what gave me the courage. School was a very tough time for me, something I didn't appreciate until years later. Appreciating things like getting spanked by a middle-aged woman every day, things that you pay good money for as an adult. One day in class, my teacher asked me, what's 4/16 plus 5/16? And I said, my brain just started to bleed. I said, I don't know. She said, well, what's our common denominator? And I said, a fondness for little girls. She was by and large. So she sent me to the principal's office. And I got so scared because my friend Jimmy Peterson had been sent to the principal's office. And when he came out, he couldn't sit down for a week. So I walked into the principal's office, praying that he doesn't find me attractive. And when I get there, he says, Emo, Emo, Emo. And I said, I'm the one in the middle, you drunken slob. He said, Emo, I can have you expelled. I said, huh, you'll have to catch me and eat me first. He said, Emo, I'm sending you to the school psychologist. I said, why do I I need to see a psychologist. So he shows me the petition. So I go to the school psychologist, and when I get there, he gives me a chocolate Easter bunny, and I take a bite, and then I notice that he's writing something down on a pad of paper. And I said, wait a second, was this some sort of test? And he says, yes. And I said, whoa, Todd, what does it mean? And he said, well, if you'd eaten the ears first, it would show that you're ambitious. If you'd eaten the feet first, it would mean you have an inferiority complex. If you'd eaten the tail first, it would signify latent homosexual urges. And if you'd eaten the breast first, it would signify an Oedipal complex. I said, okay, keep going. What does it mean when you bite the eyes out and say, stop staring at me? He said that that would indicate a predisposition to self-destruction. I said, well, what do you recommend? And he said, go for it. Keep your seats. Would anybody like to see my tribute to Elvis?
Yeah.
Thanks, Elvis. You know who my hero was in high school? James Dean. Boy, could that guy make sausages or what? How many of you are like me? You're no good in the morning until you've had that first pot of piping hot coffee. I mean, I've tried other enemas. How many people out there have telekinetic powers? Raise my hand. Okay. Well, my brother says hello, so hooray for speech therapy. I ran 3 miles this morning, and finally I said, lady, you can just have your purse back. I used to live in New York City, and when I first moved there, I went to the public library to get a library card, and the librarian told me that to get a library card, I had to prove that I was a citizen of New York City. So I stabbed her. I miss New York City. Sometimes during the summer I miss it so much that I'll fill my humidifier with stale urine. In New York State they have a law that makes you wait 10 days before you can buy a gun. I can't stay mad that long. Which is a lucky thing for my neighbor. The other day I called up my neighbor and said, hello, it's Emo. I'm trying to take a nap. I know it's an imposition. Would you mind turning down the stereo? You'll find my front door unlocked. I was babysitting for my sister the other day. I took my nephew to the park. I was pushing him down the sidewalk, and he was crying because I forgot the stroller. There's a lot of good-looking girls here tonight. I used to be afraid of pretty girls until one of them confessed that they're just as frightened of me. I had a date with a real hot mama. I don't think I'll be seeing her again because on our date I didn't open up the car door for her. Instead, I just continued swimming up to the surface. I am quite handy with the ladies. I am a great lover, I bet. How many people here know how to steal a can of soda out of a soda machine. You know, where you reach underneath the door and then up and you grab the can of soda. Well, I had a pregnant fan come up to me and ask me to feel her baby. Oh, sure. Laugh at me, why don't you? I'm the one that lost the Rolex. The joke's in her, though. It was a fake. The other night I had the strangest dream. I was walking in the subway and suddenly I was in a green mossy tunnel and there was raw sewage that came up to my waist. All of a sudden my mother appeared out of the sewage mixing up a big bowl of coleslaw going, Emo, Emo. And I turned and I ran away. I ran so fast that I slipped and I hit my head. And that's when I had the dream. Thank you very much. You've got a wonderful audience. And thank you for being my friend. That'll be extra.
That's funny shit.